Right, so you put this in here. This, you have to kind of push it and then turn it. And what you do, you unravel it by about 1 metre, it says. So just unravel it. Now this is going to be unusually high at the back because of the slope on the drive. So I think that's about good enough. So then you have to push it in and then pull it out. And then you see here, these are the legs are here. See one here, and it kind of fits in there quite neatly. Same with the other leg. So what you do, you push that in, then it gets free of that, and then bring it round. Now here it's got these kind of lock it into place, and if I'm honest, they feel a bit, you know, very, I don't know, I think they could break fairly easily. Now the legs are aluminium and they're like a spring, see there, and you obviously change the height of the awning by lifting that up and down and then locking it in place. So that's locked. So what they recommend you do is bring it out a bit this way. Now this is tricky because it's on gravel, so it does slip a bit, but you get the idea. Then lock that in place. Now the idea then is when you open that out, the legs kind of go straight. So do it same with the other one. You see it's tucked under there. Just push that and release it. Again, very light legs. My initial impression was that they're a bit flimsy, but probably not. So lock it in. See, that one's quite stiff. And then put it out again. Maybe you don't need to, actually don't lock it yet. Maybe you don't need to go out quite this far. But this is a bit, I'm exaggerating a bit just to show you. I don't like that. That is going to break. Almost 100%. So I'll pick this up again. Back in here as we did before. And as you'll see, those kind of legs there, they straighten out, and see how the legs are kind of straightening up, and those two supports there come out. So I'm going to move that a bit, so it's that way a little bit more. I think it's okay. I don't think they're just, so keep going till the so as soon as it goes kind of slack, you'll see in a minute it'll go slack. There, it's on slack, see? So tauten it a bit, tighten it a bit, then push that in, turn it and pull it out. Then straighten your legs up, adjust the height how you want them. I think it's maybe 2.5 meters depth. Obviously, you know, it's ridiculously high at the moment because, as I say, so if I just loosen it up a bit, get it at proper height. Right, then it's got additional supports. See these, see, that's quite tall. These come out, I can't remember how. I think they just pop, yeah, just pop out. And this gives you an additional support here. That just pops in there. See, that's a ratchet, so that can't go anywhere. So that brings quite a nice additional support. Now you can get additional legs down here, I believe. Same in this one. Just pop it out, it just clips in there, and then have it as tight as you want it. That's it, that's in. See, that makes it quite rigid. That's very rigid actually. Let's have a little look. So bringing it in, it's the opposite way obviously. You just take those supports off. Don't forget to take them off. I know Trev, he won't thank me for mentioning it, but Trev, Posh Cat Campings, he left one of these on and managed to bend one of these arms. So, but it's a good reminder to us all. So thanks for that, Trev. It's community spirited of you. Right, so then pop in like that. Then it's the opposite way. So you have these at an angle so it comes in. Like so. Then wind it in up to about a metre from the caravan. So wind it in this time. It's reasonably stiff, but not too hard going. So you see those legs fold up, the centre supports, and these legs kind of come in like this. So maybe what do I run down and just move that? Now my technique will evolve, obviously. Second to third time I've done it, and as something new, you're always a bit careful with it, and you have to. So we keep going. Those legs have come off the floor. I guess that's okay. Into about, we'll go that far in. So it is a bit of faffing around. They do an electric motor, but it's that £400 additional accessory, which I think's expensive. So slack those off, bring those feet up there. Where's it gone? Tighten it up. Then these feet go back in. There is a certain way they go. Actually, do you know what? That's the thing I had. You shouldn't tighten them up because that won't go flat otherwise. Then that leg goes that way, push it in, and it just tucks under there. Very neat. Same with the other side. So again, so they have to be flat. That goes in there. So you've got the leg round the wrong way, so just flip it round. That goes in and tucks in there. Boom, done. Then finish winding it in. I guess people leave this just hanging in there rather than take it in and out again. But as I say, as it's new. So then just finish the last little bit. Get this out, twist and put it on. That's it. Right, so that's it. That's putting the Omnistor 6300, Omnistor 6300. Initial impressions. So what I'd like to, actually, before I tell you my initial impressions, I just wanted to, had a couple of questions on the Facebook group. One that I can remember was, somebody said, what do you do if it's wet? Well, it doesn't matter if it's wet, you just wind it in because it's a vinyl material, so it's not canvas like an awning. So you just wind it in wet. We had it with the Fiamma Caravanstore as well. When it was wet, we just rolled it up. Most of the times we unravelled the Fiamma, it was wet anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Another question I've had a few times is how it mounts to the roof of the caravan. So as I'll show you here, it's kind of got a metal bracket that goes the whole length. Now it's 4.5 meters long. It goes the whole length of the cassette awning, and it's Sigflex, so adhesive to the roof. There's no screws. The only screws are where the bracket's like this. The cassette kind of bolts onto the bracket, the L bracket there. It's very secure. Very well installed, very pleased. Our dealer did it, did a really good job on that. While I put it in for service, they did it while it was in for service. So that's about all on that. So initial impressions, really good quality. Now I didn't know, I only found out in about April that they did these for caravans. It's mad, isn't it? Because if you I did look when we got the Fiamma Caravanstore, which is the one that, you know, you've seen me put it on the awning rail and roll out before. I was looking at these. And thinking, wouldn't it be great if it was they did it for a caravan? But I find that both the Fiamma Thule, I don't know how you pronounce it, Omnistor anyway, both of the way they put out the technical specifications, it's not obvious that you can use it on a caravan. What you have to do, you have to buy the, as I said, I think as when I was on the roof showing, you buy the cassette with the awning in it, then you buy the bracket separate. And I think the bracket was about 350 quid, which maybe different makes of caravans have different awning brackets. I'm not 100% sure on that. And the price of them, they're I think, although it's a reasonable amount of money, they are around the same price as a camper, 4-meter camper, or Dometic. There may be a 4-meter Dometic awning. So, you know, they're not stupidly expensive. You can get privacy rooms for them, or you can also get windbreaks, or you can also get just like the front, the two sides and just the front, whatever. We have, with the Fiamma Caravanstore, we have a sunblock that'll go on the front. I want to try to see, when we next go away, I want to try and see if that fits on there, because it just goes in a standard awning rail, which I think that has on the front. So the benefits for us, the main advantages for us was that stays on the roof. I'd said before, I did a vlog before about a dilemma of the awning that we are suffering. I mean, it's first world problems, I know, but when the Caravanstore was, the Fiamma Caravanstore was on the awning rail, obviously we can't then use an awning, and if you want it, you have to decide before you go whether you want the canopy or the awning. Canopies are great, really quick to use. Obviously it's really a sunshade and not really an all-weather. If you look at the website, it says it's a sunshade and shouldn't really be used in the rain, although, you know, I've seen some vlogs where people are using it in rain and it seems to be okay. Now I did express a little bit of concern with the flimsiness of the legs. They're aluminium, but I think they seem fairly tough. Now, the one thing I did mention when I was doing that is those clips that I might use a bit of WD-40 on them, because they were quite stiff. I mean, it doesn't, you know, it's a definite clip to them, but because it's plastic, and one of them you had to assert quite an amount of force, and I could just see that plastic breaking, and if that breaks, you're not, you know. We'll see. I think maybe it will just loosen up a little bit as we use it. That was pretty much the only real criticism I had. What I'd like to do is just take you outside just to show you where it's fitted from the side of the caravan. You've seen the roof, now I'll show you the side. So as you see here, where it's fitted, it's kind of, the sides would come in here, and hopefully it'd miss the plug socket there. So that's kind of where we wanted it. And then the other side we wanted past this window, because with the Isabella it went straight down the side of the, so we've gone 4.5 meters where we've come kind of here, so any side we get will be okay. Now the only thing I would say is that maybe it could have gone just a bit further that way, but then they know what they're doing. I told them what I wanted, so, you know, maybe the side goes here and that's fine. I'm not even 100% sure we'll get sides, if I'm honest, because the reason we got this is, I'll show you again. So you see, with the canopy here, you've still got the awning rail there, so with the canopy on, I can still fit an awning, which is exactly what we wanted. So very pleased with it so far. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, there are other makes. I think Fiamma do a F35 or something. They're very confusing. Like I said, anyway, for me, I was very confused what I would need to buy. But there you go. That's it for this vlog. A bit of outside vlogging. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
This is quality caravan vlogging.